How's it going, everyone? It's me, Whiplashthesnake, and today we're going to be covering kind of a serious topic here on YouTube that, well, not really many people like to talk about, but we're going to be talking about it because stuff came up recently that applies to it. And that topic, it's a disgusting one to even think about, but it is scamming your fans. Scamming by taking people's money for a game and then not giving them any updates on it. Scamming by misleading people into thinking that you're going to be doing something that you're not. Scamming by acting like a newcomer to a website and telling people that they can win a lot of money on it. Scamming, misleading, lying, all stuff you never want to do on YouTube, and at the end of the day makes you look like the fucking worst person in the world. Because at the end of the day, sooner or later, someone, anyone out there, whether they're your fan or they're not your fan, they are going to call you on the bullshit. You will get exposed, and one of the most famous people for exposing people, Honor the Call, well, he brought up something recently that has had everyone talking. And of course, that was the Faze Clan video game scam. And before I push too far into this thing, I'm going to put a little disclaimer here in the beginning. I don't give a shit about Faze Clan. I don't give a shit about Optic. I don't give a shit about MLG teams. Honestly, I just see it like any other sport. I don't care about it. I think it's a waste of time. It's just full of a bunch of fucking toxic people. If I want to sit and watch people play games, I think I'll just stick to Markiplier and the GameGrumps. Because, I mean, let's face it, I'm just here for the lols. But going back on track, for those of you who aren't aware of the situation, about a year ago, Faze came out with a video saying that they had just gone into a partnership with a game that was being made, and they were actually going to have, like, maps for themselves in it. The game in question being Starnet Eclipse. A game that, well, it looked like it was going to be a first-person shooter combat, multiplayer against each other competitive type of game. And the following are the statements they made about the game in their announcement.
It's being produced by iCasual Entertainment. They've been working on this game for close to 4 years now, I think around that time.
Yeah, so we actually have the pre-alpha or the alpha on our computer. They're going to release the beta really soon, so it's a first-person shooter. We were using the intervention sniping. It's just like Call of Duty.
The game's available across every platform, Xbox, PlayStation, PC.
So in order to get this game going, we need help from you guys. We need help with donations and everything, so there's going to be a link in the description towards the Starnet Eclipse website. And, you get a bunch of perks.
And then we had claims from Starnet Eclipse themselves, or the game developers of the game, on their own personal YouTube channel underneath the alpha launch teaser trailer, that the alpha was going to be available for pledgers on June 5th, 2015. Yet here we are over a year later with no alpha or no beta released, and neither Starnet Eclipse or Faze are even talking about it. The project itself essentially went silent, and no one knew what was going on within what was being done with their money that they pledged. And because all pledging was done through the Starnet Eclipse website themselves and not through some kind of third-party pledging site like Kickstarter or GoFundMe, they had no option for a refund. So I'm guessing an unnamed backer went and contacted Honor the Call after this and made him aware of the entire situation that was going down, thus prompting Honor the Call to make a video on them exposing them for not releasing any information on this game, while at the same time calling out Faze Clan for basically scamming their fans and leaving them in the dark about this game that they were excited about and wanted to play. Literally the day after that video launches, FazeRain makes a video himself saying that he never scammed any of his fans. However, he does do a good thing here, and he actually pledges 20,000 of his own money to return to fans who want a refund. After these two videos are posted, Honor the Call and FazeRain basically have a back and forth on Twitter where they, well, have a disagreement with each other, and Honor the Call actually ends up making a second video. And now currently Honor the Call's channel is completely empty. Now it comes to the question of, are they scamming? And honestly, when you're looking at their original video, no, I don't think they were scamming. They actually thought that this thing was going to come out. They thought that it was going to be great. They fully believed in what the developer was telling them and everything that was being promised, and they had thought that they were on a time schedule where things were going to be happening very quickly. They just need a little bit more money to get things moving if they wanted extra stuff for Faze. However, the issue came when they realized, oh, we're going to need a little bit more time to do this, and Well, they didn't tell their backers. The game developers didn't tell them. Faze didn't tell them. I don't know if they said, okay, let's be hush-hush about it, but really you needed to be more transparent in this situation. Because when you have people actually pledging their own personal money to you, they deserve to have updates. If you have to push things back or they are taking a little bit longer than you thought they would, let the people know. They would likely understand and they likely wouldn't care. But when you fail to talk about things and you let things slide and happen as they may without addressing things to people, then you get the situations that you get whenever YouTube makes a change and never tells any of their creators about it. People will freak out and they will start searching for answers and start assuming the worst things possible. Which in this case, the worst case scenario that we could have expected was that Faze was scamming their fans for money and they took that money and we don't know what's happening to it. All of this could have been solved with a few simple updates, and honestly, I don't think they would have updated it unless Honor the Call made that video. Because while I do understand from a business standpoint, you don't want to release too much information on something before it's released, because that can a lot of times either drive up hype or completely lower hype, because either you'll give away too much information or too little. But just a few screenshots and updates of how it's going, really it's not going to interfere too much with development, and it's not going to butthurt too many people if things don't turn out as advertised. Some information is always better than no information, because if you give no information, then people will assume it's a dead project. But now let's move on to misleading your fans. Now this can be done in several ways, the most common being a clickbait title or a clickbait thumbnail that really has absolutely nothing to do with the video at hand. And while generally this is a scummy thing to do, there is a step higher. That step itself being overselling a claim. A great example of this being the Unbox therapy situation where Lou had an entire truck full of iPhones, which we later found out just to be iPhone boxes. And while yes, eventually Lou did give away iPhones, that wasn't a lie. He oversold it in the fact that out of all these iPhones in the back of the truck, which people rightfully assumed that he was giving away all of them, he only gave away 9 in the end. He oversold it. At the end of the day, he made a promise to his fans that he was not able to keep. Thus, he misled them. Now we have T. Martin and the entire CSGO Lotto situation where he straight up lied to his fans, claiming that they had just found this website and they were going to gamble on it for a while, while at the same time completely failing to disclose the fact that he is an actual owner of the site. Basically meaning that he could rig the site to give him better odds when gambling, so he could then encourage more people to come onto the site and gamble, which in the end would make him more money. Because honestly, it's basic human psychology. You just see someone winning a lot at one thing and you automatically think, oh, if he's winning a lot, I can win a lot. And then you go and gamble and, well, you lose all your skins because you're a pleb. At the end of the day, guys, just don't do any of the stuff that's been listed here because it really hurts the trust between you and your community. Which, as a YouTuber, that trust and bond that you have with the people that watch you is the most important thing you can have. Alright, quick little update here before I end the video. I mean, Honor the Call's channel was hacked into and all of his videos were removed, meaning I may not be able to do the review that I had thought I was going to be doing on him on Sunday. So, if he isn't able to get his videos back up, I will have a replacement. I already have a volunteer. That person's name is Sino. If you remember from yesterday's video, he was the one that was right below Honor the Call on the wheel. But I do hope that Honor is able to get his videos back up. Also, Eon Star, I'm not sure if you've checked your DMs lately on YouTube, but you were the winner of the competition, so please get back to me. I would really appreciate that. But that being said, guys, I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, please hit that like button, and if you really liked it, please hit that subscribe button. I would love a new addition to the Snake Army. If you for some reason missed it, I have yesterday's video playing on screen right now. It was actually a YouTuber review on Scares. Yes, the news reporter Scares. It was a good one. I highly recommend you check it out. Also, be sure to follow me on Twitter because I do a lot of stuff there, and you can help me decide what type of future videos that I make. But if you don't want to and you think that I suck and should probably go die, I have 3 other options down below. Go check them out. They do amazing stuff. I can't highly recommend them enough. But with that being said, guys, I will see you on the next video tomorrow. As always, Whiplash signing out.